E aí, galera? Como é que vocês estão? Tô chegando aí pra começar, hein? Live de Metal Gear Solid 2. Só aguardar chegar a notificação aqui, né? Pra mim tá começando. Mas tá demorado, hein, galera? Não tá chegando. Não vai chegar, não. Chega aí. Isso aí que é, né? Agora chegou, galera. Estou utilizando aí uma conta, né, diferente para mim poder ver o chat. Porque eu não, às vezes nem na pesquisa encontra, galera. E agora, né, a gente vai o quê? Começar lá na formatura. A gente vai ter que tirar fotos do Metal Gear. E foi essa missão que deu pra gente no começo do jogo, né? Então a gente tá chegando aqui, né? A gente vai pra formatura, que a gente se infiltrou ali. A gente já chegou aí, já encontrei um paradeiro onde é que tá o negócio. E agora a gente vai tirar as fotos. Pelo jeito, no meu ponto de vista. E aí, Matheus, CJ2 Live. Salve! Seja bem-vindo! Muito bem-vindo! Vamos iniciar, hein? Deixei aqui já carregado pra a galera não perder nada aí do discurso ali da formatura. Então vamos lá.
Arizona Bridge checkpoint passed. All non-essential personnel report to the holds in 10 minutes time for the scheduled briefing session with the Commandant. You are ordered to continue manning your posts until that time.
E aí, Vitória? Seja bem-vinda! Seja muito bem-vinda, hein? Tamo junto, um salve! Agora eu quero ver. Só quero ver isso aqui. E aí, Tachutixa? Salve! Seja bem-vindo! Seja bem-vindo! Tem alguém aqui dentro. Tamo junto, Vitória. Tamo junto. Só quero ver agora, galera. Ele não entra ali. Eita! Eita!
Encounter the enemy requesting backup.
Calma aí, não. Vou morrer já. E aí, Joyce? Boa tarde. Seja bem-vindo aí, Joyce. Muito bem-vindo. Aproveitando as férias aí. Já tô sangrando. E aí, Lisandro Oliveira, salve. Seja bem-vindo. O cara parado lá. Errei o tiro, galera. Finalmente. Já tá complicado aí, ô Lisandro. Quem é que atirou? Vai me matar. O cara vai me matar. Ah, me acertaram na cabeça.
Stop kidding around. Snake?
Vacilei, galera.
Arizona Bridge checkpoint passed. All non-essential personnel report to the holds in 10 minutes' time for the scheduled briefing session with the Commandant. You are ordered to continue manning your posts until that time.
Eu ia atirar com essa aqui. Eu ia matar o cara. Dessa vez não, meu. Vamos pra cá.
With the enemy intruder sighted,
Ah, não,
send
não.
additional personnel.
Acknowledged. I'm sending additional units to Deck 2, port side. Don't let him get away.
Snake, you okay?
Então, Joyce.
Arizona Bridge checkpoint passed. All non-essential personnel report
Espero
to
que
the
não
holds
trave
in
aí,
10
galera.
minutes' time for the scheduled briefing session with the Commandant.
Tá
You are ordered
girando
to
uma
continue
bolinha
manning
aí,
your
hein?
posts until that time.
Como é que tá a live aí, galera? Aqui tem uma bolinha girando pra mim, não sei se pra você está assim. Eu vou entrar aqui de novo. Sei o que aconteceu. Ah, beleza, valeu, Craft Gamer, valeu. Agora só que deu pra ver ali o teu negócio. Agora que apareceu, galera. O chat tava bugado. Tava bugado. Então, Joyce, não pode matar, porque no caso... E agora? Olha o tio ali escutando música. Olha esse cara louco. Ah!
Nothing to report.
Eu tô jogando Metal Gear Solid 2 Son of Liberty. É isso aí, cara. Então, Joyce, não pode matar, porque ele é de uma agência secreta internacional e eles não são terroristas. E os soldados aqui, eles não têm culpa do que está acontecendo. Eles são apenas uma ferramenta que, no caso, o governo aí está utilizando para, vamos supor, para usar esses soldados e conseguir, né, concluir o objetivo deles. Os soldados aqui não têm culpa. E como a Fox ali não é não são terroristas, eles não matam. Eles apenas colocam pra dormir. Os soldados, né? Que eles estão aqui porque eles... Alguns precisam, vamos supor, do trabalho aí, né? E outros... estão aí junto, porque eles estavam lá no exército e acabaram vindo junto aí pra missão. Com a Kazatka, né? Que é um negócio russo aí. Mas é isso. Bem tranquilo aí de compreender, né? Eles usam, né, os soldados pra isso. Como uma ferramenta. Como é que eu vou ali? Ah, entendi. Assim. Pode sair já, cara. Vamos chegar ali na formatura. Aqui no jogo tu pode matar, né, se tu quiser. Mas não é legal. Não é legal matar. Tanto que nos outros Metal Gear, né, se tu faz o jogo, no 3 já tem isso, não sei se aqui tem também. Se tu zera o jogo, por exemplo, e não mata ninguém, tu ganha uma recompensa. E no 3 também. No 3 isso aí já entra bem mais forte, mais pesado. É mais... Eles valorizam mais lá no 3. E no outro então, né, que é o Metal Gear Ground Zero, lá já é bem valorizado. E no The Phantom Pain também.
We have sealed the stern hatch. The lift is also under our control.
We're on the foredeck, about to descend to the holds.
Sir, the Marine Commander has started his speech already.
We will complete the preparations before the end of the speech.
All communications to the holds have been severed. No one is aware of our presence.
Let no one down into the holds until we are out.
Yes, sir. We will secure your exit with our lives if necessary.
There is one more thing.
Yes, sir.
My daughter, keep her safe.
Yes, sir. Who goes there?
Se abaixa, se abaixa. Já te respondo, Luiz Fernando. Já te respondo. Só um minuto aí. Só um minuto. Eu vou jogar assim, Joyce. Calma aí. Já vou responder vocês.
Aim for the lights.
Tá, não é pra usar essa arma, cara. Tá atirando? Tá, coloca esse treco aí. Quase que eu fui pro saco. Ah, não! O cara tá dele granada. Ele mesmo se matou, galera. Não foi culpa minha, não matei ele. Ah, tá. Então, acabou? Sai daí, cara! Coisa séria!
Who goes there? Oh, Shalashaska. Why are you here? We thought you were with the Colonel. What the?
The Colonel will be joining you soon, comrade.
Snake, are you in yet? Have you made it to the holds?
It's taking longer than I expected. We've already passed the Verrazano Bridge.
All right, we'll use another recovery point.
They may be planning to change course.
What?
The exits to the deck are all sealed.
What are they planning?
If they get Metal Gear, we're going right off the fringe.
You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses
The men down here are definitely Marines.
The current state of nuclear...
If the deck is sealed off, they have no way of knowing that the ship's been taken over.
I'm not interested in fighting these guys. The weapons won't do me much good here.
Can you see Metal Gear?
No. I'll have to go around to the bow. They have some serious defenses here. I doubt the recent arrivals want to blast their way through the Marines either.
Wonder where they're headed.
I don't know. Not the beach, that's for sure.
Okay, Snake. Let's go over this one more time. Use this camera to get photographic evidence of the Metal Gear prototype. Now do your thing and take pictures that speak louder than the government's plausible denials. We need 4 shots. Metal Gear from the front right, and front left, and a close-up of the Marine Corps marking.
Marking?
There should be a Marine's insignia on the body of Metal Gear. Just let someone try explaining away a clear shot of that.
All right.
There's actually one little thing.
Just spit it out. I'm used to things going wrong.
It looks like someone's monitoring our transmission.
Who?
I don't have a clue. All they're doing is watching. It would creep me out less if they tried to interfere with our communications.
Could it have something to do with that cipher we saw?
Maybe. I've switched the encryption protocol for our burst transmission for now. What I want to do is use a different method for sending these photos, just in case.
Instead of using the codec?
Exactly. There's a workstation in the southeast corner of the block where Metal Gear is housed. I've made arrangements so that you can send the pictures from the machine.
Arrangements?
I hitched a ride on Link 16 into US military's proprietary network. Managed to get into that workstation and overwrote a part of the system software so I could remote install a little app I wrote.
Why bother with anything that complicated?
No, it's pretty simple, really. Look, all you have to do is stand in front of the machine and push the action button. The app will automatically launch and download the image data from the camera, split the files, and encrypt them individually. The data packets can then masquerade as...
Okay. So all I have to do is push the action button in front of the computer once I have the pictures, right?
Well, sure, if you put it that way. And one more thing. The Commandant's already begun his speech, but you need to get the pictures before he's done talking. Otherwise, they'll spot you, okay?
How much time do I have?
I hacked into his personal files and took a look at the text of that speech. I'd say you have 7 more minutes. Longer if he throws in a joke or two.
A 7-minute time limit, huh?
Remember, Snake, just the photos, okay?
With these kinds of odds, I won't be making any sudden moves. But that doesn't mean we can just let Metal Gear be hijacked.
Okay, but first the photos.
All right, we'll deal with the rest when we get there.
Stay low.
We initiated development of Metal Gear Ray as a countermeasure to these pirated weapons forces. The only thing that could...
Tá massa, hein, galera? Tá massa? Então, Craft Gamer, eu sou do Rio Grande do Sul, cara. No Rio Grande do Sul. O Outlast, Joyce, eu vou jogar offline, no caso, né? Amanhã vamos ver se eu tento fazer ele ao vivo, mas eu acho que não vai dar. Eu vou fazer offline. Então eu vou estar postando ele. Hoje vai ter um episódio ali pelas 10 que eu vou postar. Vai ter 3 vídeos hoje. Esse aqui da live e Outlast e mais o acampamento aí que eu fiz, que já tá pronto aí, só postar. Então vai ter isso aí hoje. Mas eu vou terminar o Outlast sim, pode deixar que eu vou terminar. Só que não vai ser em live, né? Vai ser off. Nesse aqui vai ser em live. Então, Luiz Fernando, tu tem que entender uma coisa, cara. Que tu precisa da compensação. Tu precisa da compensação e da adaptação combinado com recuperação. Como assim? Tu precisa treinar para compensar, né? O teu corpo e tal. Tem que treinar pra caramba para fazer isso. E aí, tu não vai fazer todo dia. É muito complicado fazer todo dia. Tu não precisa fazer todo dia. Mas tu vai fazer um treino pesado pra caramba. E aí tu precisa da recuperação para compensar essa adaptação. Para não ficar aí em desequilíbrio, né? Então tem que ter esse tempo para descanso. Tenha em mente isso aí. Agora sim, galera. Agora sim. Cadê a foto? Câmera. Calma aí que ela tá do outro lado. Tem que tirar a foto.
At the moment, every industrialized nation on the globe Worse yet.
Eita, o que eu fiz? Olha o que eu fiz, galera. Eu achei que ele ia viver.
The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear. With Ray, the hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are no longer a threat.
Vamos lá.
The blind rush to nuclear proliferation will be contained, and it will be the Marine Corps and our Ray that will accomplish this. the moment, every industrialized nation on the globe knows the specifications for Metal Gear. Worse yet, so do a number of rogue states. They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force to compete with the U.S.'s nuclear strike capability. The world is about to see a swarm of these Metal Gear derivatives. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation. It is a fact that players in favor of such a policy are attempting to derail our own Ray project. But I promise you that they will not succeed. Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air background.
Esse aqui não vai dar certo, eu acho. Cadê o Metal Gear? Eu não tô achando ele.
The enemy is sometimes closer to home than you think, gentlemen. Always bear that in mind. This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light of the military dominance spelled out by Ray. The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order, and we, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs.
E o tempo tá passando. Ah! Fui pro saco.
Snake!
Agora sim tá legal, galera.
This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light of the military dominance spelled out by Ray.
Desliga, treco.
The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order, and we, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs. You must be tense. Let's do a little stretching, shall we? Left.
Volta pro teu canto, cara.
Right. Up. Left. Front. Up. Down. Front. Up.
Vamos lá que...
Getting back to the topic at hand. I have a daughter.
Virem essas cabeças.
And it is my greatest wish never to have her or her children experience the horror of nuclear war. As a father, I want to leave a better world for the future generation. As a soldier, I know that is right.
Vamos lá.
Metal Gear Ray is amphibious. Unlike the Army's Rex, it can cruise deep underwater, move in undetected and make its landing on any shoreline. Its onboard Joint Tactical Information Distribution System identifies targets with unerring accuracy and takes them out with massive fire. You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses incident during the Sears administration. The current state of nuclear proliferation is a direct result of that event.
gear.
The brain drain of nuclear specialists and the black market trade in weapons grade plutonium has been fueling a cottage industry in nuclear weapons since late last century.
Good.
The result is the renewed proliferation you see the world over.
Então a gente tirar uma da frente, uma da esquerda.
This Metal Gear Ray can bring other Metal Gears under control and ensure that we never
Vamos pra cá, pra minha direita agora.
We, the Marines, will be the guardians of this peace. The Metal Gear Rex development on Shadow Moses was supposedly the first preparatory measure taken against the future possibility of reduced nuclear defense capability.
Good.
Contingency likely, but if this theory is correct, it means that there was a calculated intent to cash in on this opportunity by specific interests within the military-industrial complex. We are here today to flush out and rid our country of these corrupting forces. That is our mission. You will bear that in mind.
Não vai dar certo isso aqui.
We have intelligence that there are anti-Metal Gear terrorists planning to target the ship. Intruder to the left!
É.
Intruder to the right!
Que susto, achei que eles tinham me visto.
Intruder in the back! Should that actually happen, I expect you to be prepared. We cannot and will not give up Ray. Stay on your guard at all times.
Que susto eu levei.
To move on, this Metal Gear Ray is a prototype designed to be operated by an
Falta
onboard
duas
pilot.
fotos ainda.
In its final form, Ray will be unmanned, driven by tele-existence and an autonomous control system. The importance of next-generation technology such as C4ISR and RMA in battle situation has been discussed time and again, but Ray is the first to deploy it so fully. With Ray's completion,
Good.
military tactics. At the moment, every industrialized nation on the globe
Finalizemos.
knows the specifications for Metal Gear.
Agora é só ir lá.
Worse yet, so do a number of rogue states.
E aí, Killer AMV?
I seem to be
De
repeating myself.
PS2, cara. PS2 era o jogo. Seja bem-vindo aí, salve, hein?
This new
Tamo
model
junto.
of Metal Gear is codenamed
Jogo de
Ray,
PS2.
after the great Manta Ray. Our Ray has a sting that nature never
Mas
gave
agora eu
to
tô jogando no PC.
This latest Metal Gear, we
Mas
can
é show
move
pra
the
caramba.
sea and land as we never have before. It is an undeniable fact that there is a force at work in our government and within the military, seeking to control
Agora é só levar
national
lá,
affairs to suit its
acessar,
own
né, o
interests. Metal
o
Gear
negócio.
Ray bears the burden of confronting this party, thwarting their plans and guiding this nation back to its original path. This exercise is but a first step towards that goal. The future of the country rests with
Eu levei um susto ali antes.
George Sears surrendered his presidency in the aftermath of Shadow Moses. The official reason given did not, of course,
Não é
include
esse?
the development of Metal Gear Rex and next-generation nuclear warheads. But even you will have heard rumors that he was forced to resign after the failed cover-up cost him his influence in the political community.
Eu não sei onde tá o negócio.
This turned out to be longer than expected. At ease, rest a little.
Vai acabar meu tempo, galera. Eu não sei onde é o treco. Eu deveria ter atirado
Snake, respond! Snake? Snake!
naquele cara ali.
The brain drain of nuclear specialists and the black market trade of weapons-grade plutonium has been fueling a cottage industry in nuclear weapons since late last century. Add Metal Gear to the mix.
Era aqui? Vacilei.
So, any codec moments from you, Snake? Okay, first up. Oh, I don't think we can use this. What's next? Okay, that's good. The shot from the right is in the bag.
Próximo agora. Ainda consegui tirar as fotos, galera. Ainda bem.
What's next? Oh, I don't think we can use this. What's next? Oh, I don't think we can use this. What's next? What is this? Snake, this isn't a game we're playing here. The last one is...
As fotos que eu tirei.
We already have a good photo from the right. Okay, we're done with the image from the right. 3 left to go. 1 each from the front left and front, and a close-up of the Marines lettering. Good luck.
The result is the renewed proliferation you see the world over.
Tá.
You once lived in the shadow of
O
the
que eu faço agora?
This Metal Gear Ray can bring other Metal Gears under control.
Não, volta lá.
The Metal Gear Rex development on Shadow Moses was supposedly the first preparatory measure taken against the future possibility.
Good.
NMD technology leaked to other.
Vamos de novo.
Okay, I'm receiving the images. Okay, first up. We already have a good photo from the right. Okay, we're done with the image from the right. 3 left to go. 1 each from the front left and front, and a close-up of the Marines lettering. Good luck.
Other nations would make that
Não deu ainda.
But if this theory is correct, it means that there was a calculated intent to cash in on this opportunity by specific interests within the military-industrial complex. We are here today to flush out and rid our country of these corrupting forces.
Good.
Bear that in mind.
A uma eu consegui.
Okay, I'm receiving the images. Okay, first up. What is this? Snake, this isn't a game we're playing here. What's next?
Vamos ver, vai dar uma ou não? Tá, falta uma ainda.
Your necks must be stiff by now. Time for some more stretches. Left.
Falta um núcleo, galera. Da marinha.
Good.
Left. Front.
Tá atirando, né, cara? Quantas vezes eu vou vir aqui?
Okay.
Vamos logo. Ah, não.
To move on, this Metal Gear Ray is a prototype designed to be operated by an onboard pilot. In its final form, Ray will be unmanned, driven by tele-existence and an autonomous control system.
Quase fui pro saco.
The importance of next-generation technology such as
Good. Good. Good.
with Ray's completion.
Good. Good. Good.
This new model of Metal Gear is codenamed Ray, after the great Manta Ray. Our Ray has
Agora
a
vai
speed
dar,
that
hein?
nature never gave the Manta.
Faltava um núcleo da marinha.
Okay, I'm receiving the images. Okay, first up. What is this? Snake, this isn't a game we're playing here. What's next? What is this? Snake, this isn't...
Agora falta a parte frontal esquerda.
Latest Metal Gear, we can
E aí,
rule
Carlos
the sea and land
Antônio?
as we never have before.
Se eu acho
It
que
is
é,
an undeniable fact that
eu
there
não
is
sei,
a force
cara.
at work in our government and within the military.
Isso aí depende das pessoas que estão lá dentro.
To suit its own interests.
Tem pessoas satânicas lá, se é isso que tu quer saber. Com certeza tem. Agora não são todos. Tem pessoas muito boas lá dentro. Porém tem a maçã podre que estraga as outras. É isso aí que tem que entender, né? Que tem a maçã podre que estraga as outras.
George Sears surrendered his presidency in the aftermath of Shadow Moses. The official reason given did not, of course, include the development of Metal Gear Rex and next-generation nuclear warheads.
Good.
I've heard rumors that he was forced to resign after the failed cover-up cost him his influence in the political community.
Como é que eu dou zoom agora?
Former President Sears did also act towards reducing the nuclear stockpile while nurturing the NMD concept. It was he who lowered Start 3's ceiling for tactical nuclear weapons in order to bring Russia around to approving a revision to the ABM Treaty. Everyone believed the world was headed for the end of the arms race when Shadow Moses.
Good.
Metal Gear Rex is still outside.
Good.
International military community
Ali eu
knows the fact.
capturei, tá?
Specs spread across
Good.
nuclear race is on again. The only thing that can reverse its course is this Metal Gear Ray. The Metal Gear Rex development on Shadow Moses was supposedly the first preparatory measure.
Vamos pra cá agora. Vamos lá ver se eu voltei agora.
NMD technology leaked to other nations would make that contingency likely. But if this theory is correct, it means that there was a calculated intent to cash in on.
Meu tempo, 0. 0. Se agora não der, já era. E agora, cara?
Okay, I'm receiving the images. Okay, first up. You're a pretty good photographer. We can definitely use this left shot. What's next? Stop it, okay? Are you trying to freak me out? What's next? Stop it, okay? Are you trying to freak me out? What's next? Stop it, okay? Are you trying to freak me out? What's next? You already took a good one of the side lettering. The last one is... Stop it, okay? Are you trying to freak me out?
Ah, não acredito que falta.
We, the Marines, will lead the charge into a new world order with Metal Gear Ray. That is all. Dismissed.
Excellent speech, my friend.
Who the?
Gift of the silver tongue. They say it's the mark of a good officer. And of a liar. Americans are too in love with the sound of their own voice to speak the truth.
Identify yourself.
I am Shalashaska, also called Revolver Ocelot.
What do you want?
This machine will be quite useful.
What are you planning to do? Steal this thing?
Steal? No, I'm taking it back. Nobody move. Understood? This ship now carries enough Simtex on its key structural points to blow it out of the water at the touch of this button. That's right. No one has to die needlessly. We're almost at the target. Get a move on.
What do you intend to do with Ray? Sell it on the streets?
I was raised in Snezinsk, formerly known as Chelyabinsk 70, the nuclear research outpost.
What are you talking about?
After the Cold War ended, my home was bought out by the Americans.
Is there a point to this sad story?
Now you would understand. Land, friends, dignity, all sold to the highest bidder, the United States of America. Even the technology that gave birth to these weapons is Russian, developed by us.
What do you intend to do?
Russia will rise again. And Ray is the key.
I regret to inform you that I have no intention of selling Metal Gear. As I said, I came to take it back. Yes, returned to the Patriots.
The Lale Lule Lo? How's that possible?
Ocelot, have you sold us out?
I was never in your employ, Golukovich.
Are you still in league with Solidus?
No hard feelings, Colonel. Mother Russia can rot for all I care.
Since when, Ocelot? When did you turn?
I'm glad you noticed, comrade. I abandoned her during the Cold War.
Ah!
Metal Gear only has room for one! Golukovich, you and your daughter will die here.
Damn you!
Sergei, looks like you were long overdue for retirement.
Traitorous dog!
Show's over. If you wish to live, I suggest you run now. This ship is still in the lower New York harbor. You may yet make it to shore if you swim for your life.
It's been a while, brother.
Who are you?
You know who I am.
Liquid?
Not so young anymore, eh, Snake? You're drowning in time. I know what it's like, brother. No wonder Naomi passed you over for the Fox Dive program.
Ouch!
Get out of my mind, Liquid! The price of physical prodigy. Few more years and you'll be another dead clone of the old man. Our raw materials are vintage, brother. Big Boss was in his late 50s when they created his copies. But I live on through this arm!
Liquid's on.
Takes after all! You're going down, Snake, with this tanker!
Yes, at the location we discussed. Yes, I have photographic evidence of Snake on the scene. The cipher was most useful. I look forward to tomorrow morning's newsflash. I would say the Marine Corps' plans are on indefinite hold. Yes, of course, Mr. President.
Que tenso, hein, galera? Que tenso. Como vocês viram aí, o Metal Gear não é brincadeira. Tem mais alguma coisa? Os cientistas fizeram 1000 cálculos para criar a bomba atômica. Tá, não consegui ler, galera. Pra quem quiser pode pausar aí.
Of course. Terrorists blow a hole in an oil tanker full of crude barely 20 miles off the shore of Manhattan. Your classic nightmare. It didn't take long for the government to put an oil fence around the whole mess. And then that massive offshore cleanup facility went up inside.
The big shell. I hear the cleanup isn't quite over yet.
It takes time. But in the meantime, the shell's become a landmark, a symbol of environmental protection. Approximately 6 hours ago, the big shell was seized by an armed group.
Do we have an ID?
Former members of the Navy SEAL Special Anti-Terrorist Training Squad Dead Cell. Russian private army members may also be involved. It's a highly trained group and they have the big shell under complete control. $30 billion.
$30 billion? What makes them think they can get that much?
There was a government-sponsored tour going on at the Big Shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups, and one from our own government. The most important person in a sense.
The most important person?
James Johnson.
The president?
Unless the demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the Big Shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan Harbor into an inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario. If the chlorides being used to decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil, toxins containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be released. In other words, the bay's ecosystem will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst environmental disaster in history. You have two mission objectives. One, infiltrate the offshore decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the president and other hostages. And two, disarm the terrorists by any means necessary. You should know that SEAL Team 10 is also conducting a rescue operation.
Is this a joint effort?
No. Foxhound remains a covert body. Don't alert them to your presence. That is an order.
This is Snake. I'm now inside Strut A of Shell 1.
How are things?
We're in luck. Looks like there are no sentries posted here.
What's the visibility?
The lights on the plant struts are functioning. I won't have to use the IR goggles.
Any problems?
There was a brand new hole cut through the oil fence. There's someone else besides me that wanted to get in badly.
That's not possible.
What about SEAL Team 10?
They landed on the roof of the big shell as planned. And by the way, Snake, we're changing your code name for all following communication.
What's wrong with Snake?
Just a precaution. You are now designated Raiden. All right, Raiden. You've already covered infiltration and VR training.
I've completed 300 missions in VR. I feel like some kind of legendary mercenary.
Okay, we'll skip that part. Make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the codec button. When we need to reach you, contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the codec button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
All right. I'll contact you if anything changes.
First, make your way to the upper section of the big shell.
How do I get up to the next level?
There's an elevator at the far end of that area. Use that.
Sounds good.
Your new sneaking suit uses electrofiber technology, a byproduct of fiber optics research. The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart skin in military R&D. Data about damage to different regions of the body, including blood loss, is exchanged between the suit and the intravenous nanomachines to create a feedback system.
There's a lot of pressure on my torso.
Relax. The suit applies varying pressure to major internal organs to maximize performance and safeguard their functions. They call this the skull suit in Foxhound.
Skull suit seems appropriate somehow.
The hatch with a circular handle will open into the elevator area. Locate the hatch first.
Copy that. Moving on to main mission objectives.
Olha só, esse aqui faz um alho, galera. Tem alongamento, olha só. Tá alongado, hein, cara. Como é que eu mergulho?
Got your feet wet? These are the basic controls for swimming. Stroke the water and move forward by pushing the punch button. Push it in rapid succession to swim faster. Change your heading by moving the left thumbstick. Up will take you up. Down takes you lower. Left and right to face those directions. The O2 gauge will appear under your life gauge while you're underwater. The gauge corresponds to the amount of air you can hold from a single deep breath. Once the O2 gauge falls to 0, the life gauge will start to drop. You need to be aware of that.
Como é que eu nado? Ah, entendi. O que eu vou fazer aqui embaixo? Olha só, tem alguma coisa lá. Sobe que eu cansei. tô a fim de morrer, não. Vamos subir. A gente tá jogando com o outro agora. Vamos passar aqui embaixo. Não gostei desse treco aqui, não. Vamos subir. Aqui tem uns trecos, olha isso. Lá tem um negócio. Então ali pegar ligeirão. Cadê o buraco? Como é que eu volto? Achei. Vamos sair. Vamos vazar. Tem mais alguém aí, né? Os SEAL também estão aí fazendo missão.
Colonel, I've sighted an enemy sentry. AN-94 and a Makarov. Those grenades, all his equipment, is Russian-made.
Must be a Gerlukovich man.
Gerlukovich?
A Russian private army that was in line to work with the Shadow Moses takeover group 4 years ago.
What's their stake in this one?
They must have made a deal, an arrangement with the terrorists. They become a band of mercenaries, an army without a country.
Exército sem país. Que tenso, galera. O que os caras querem fazer aqui?
Colonel, there's definitely another intruder in here besides me.
That's not a possibility.
Not a team. Looks like a solo job.
One man?
We may not know who he is, but he managed to take care of every sentry in the area. They're all out cold. Whoever he is, he's got some skills.
We need to get an ID. But for now, you can take advantage of the situation and get to work. There's a terminal in front of the elevator. A node.
Did you say nerd?
Not nerd. Node.
Oh.
Use the node to gain access to the Big Shell's facilities network.
Then what?
Pull up the map of the structure. That'll let you activate the Soliton radar.
The Soliton radar? True. That radar came in useful during VR training.
A radar system uses biological magnetic fields as input. These estimated enemy positions are projected onto a map according to reference points collected via GPS signals and field personnel reports. We need to get to the map through the Big Shell's node to put this data processing to practical use. The node unit is about 3 feet high. should be colored blue. Each area has at least one.
How do I gain access?
Just push the action button in front of the node. The nanomachines in your body will take care of the security clearance and allow you access to the node. Complete the procedure before those sentries gain consciousness. If they spot you, you won't be able to gain access for a while. Stay on guard.
Got it.
Bom, o que eu tenho que fazer agora nesse momento? Tenho binóculos, sensor. Por enquanto é isso.
Raiden, you won't be able to use any of the enemy's equipment.
Why not?
You should know that all active weapons are equipped with a personal identification system. The owner enters their required user ID information during the weapon registration or at the start of a mission. If anyone other than the registered user tries to fire the weapon, the ID system will not authorize the action.
But these are black market Russian weapons. How can they be equipped with identification functionality?
They must have been customized by the terrorists themselves. These are professionals we're dealing with, and they certainly won't let their own equipment be used against them.
I'm guessing it's the same for the Navy SEALs gear?
Right.
How am I supposed to procure weapons then?
Find the ones that haven't yet been individualized. Everything you find in the item box is clean. You should know this from your VR training.
Okay, I know those.
Items in the item box are yours to use at will. They will be your supply source with regards to weaponry and gear.
Que coisa, hein? Que coisa! Não posso usar a arma deles. Vou dar um aéreo aqui de cima. Opa! Primeiro contato com o treco, hein? Aqui, ó. Vamos colocar o nome aí. Vamos colocar aí logo, né? E vamos começar. Não dá, tem que ser pelo teclado aqui, hein? Olha só o que eu fiz. Cadê o O agora? O N. Beleza. A Dragonovich. Cadê o C? Pronto. Birthday, deixa assim. Tipo sanguíneo. Deixa a interrogação mesmo. Colocar nada aqui. E aqui um K. Deixa Brasil. Pronto.
Good work, Raiden.
The radar should be functioning now?
Remember your VR training sessions. The tool is exactly the same one. It maps the terrain as well as the position of enemy personnel. The bright dot in the middle is you, Raiden. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision. Your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it. It gets jammed easily, I'm afraid. It's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful. The Big Shell's layout map should now be available after touching the pause button.
How do I save the mission data?
I've set aside a proprietary frequency for saves, and an analyst to work on the data too.
Jack, is everything all right?
What are you doing here?
Jack, can you hear me?
Rose, you're not supposed to be involved. What's going on?
Jack, I'm a part of this mission.
Colonel, what the hell is going on?
Raiden, meet the mission analyst. She'll be overseeing the data saving and support.
Why her?
The Foxhound analyst that was supposed to take part in this mission was in an accident. Rosemary was brought in as a replacement.
An accident?
And according to the files, she knows you better than anybody else.
Rose may be in the service, but an intelligence analyst is no field officer.
Not to worry. She has our technical staff at her disposal.
She's never been a part of a field mission. This is insane.
I have my own reasons for selecting her for this mission, soldier.
Colonel, I fail to see...
I know your VR training performance in and out, but sometimes that's not enough. You're familiar with the Shadow Moses incident?
You know I covered it in VR.
If there's a crucial tactical detail that case taught us, it was the power of the operative's will to survive.
I was trained to fight. My personal feelings have no place in a mission.
We've learned that it doesn't work that way. And on the field, you need all the help you can get.
Jack, you're stuck with me whether you like it or not.
Rose.
You need someone to watch your back. But I have conditions that need to be met, Colonel.
What is it?
I'll perform my duties and save that mission data, but I'm aware that technically I'm not part of the mission control team. After all, I'm just a normal girl who's worried about Jack. But that means, Colonel, that I am not required to follow your orders outside of my immediate duties. Jack is not simply a field personnel for me to track. His safety comes first to me, not the mission. And because of that, I will be monitoring and keeping a record of every communication you have with him, Colonel.
Given the circumstances, you're free to do what you see fit.
Hey, I prefer this to being kept in the dark waiting.
I'd like to make a request, if I may.
Of course.
His handle is Raiden. For the duration of the mission, could you call him that?
Yes, sir. All right, Raiden. Let me know when you're ready to turn in a save. The proprietary save frequency is 140.96. I just switched frequencies. Jack?
What?
Do you know what day it is tomorrow?
April 30th. Is there something special about it?
Isn't there?
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Oh well. I'll keep trying till I hear the answer. I'm gonna let you go now, Jack. Take care.
Raiden, the enemy sentry is regaining consciousness.
Be careful, Jack.
Find somewhere to hide until the elevator arrives. You must stay out of sight.
Who's that?
Eita!
Enemy sighted. Requesting backup unit.
Eu não tenho arma. Esse aqui vai o tornado, pelo menos. Ainda bem, galera. Esse dá pra nocautear, né? Se liga. Aí, beleza. Vamos largar.
The terrorists call themselves Sons of Liberty.
Sons of Liberty?
The name of their leader is Solid Snake.
The hero of Shadow Moses? So that's why you changed my code name.
Right, but he can't be the Solid Snake. He died 2 years ago on that tanker after he blew it sky high.
Could he have survived?
Not a chance.
Colonel, I'm on the roof. There are no sentries, but it would only take one to spot me in this light.
You never had daylight VR training after all. Stay extra sharp until you can find a node to log in from.
What about the commandos?
SEAL Team 10 has landed on struts B and C.
And the president?
Seems he was spotted on strut B.
Strut B?
The big shell is comprised of shells 1 and 2. Each unit consists of a central core and 6 struts surrounding it.
So the whole thing is shaped like 2 hexagons connected end on end.
Exactly. And you're on the roof of strut A, shell 1 at the moment. First, get to a node. Log into the network.
Got it.
Show, galera. Daqui eu vou continuar no próximo vídeo. O que vocês acharam aí do jogo? Massa pra caramba, né? Tem cutscene aí uma atrás da outra, né? Tem coisas aí, tu viu? Não sei se vocês perceberam aí uma coisa que eles falaram que é bem interessante, que o coronel disse. Que a gente tem um sensor, alguma coisa assim, né? Equipado com tecnologia existente. O que isso quer dizer? Quer dizer que as pessoas, os terroristas aí, tudo, né? Sabem da existência dessa tecnologia. No caso, existe tecnologia não existente, que é o que está, no caso, oculto. E então, né? Eles não sabem que existem, mas ela existe e está bem oculta. Então, a gente tem tecnologia existente aí, não sei se é no nosso sensor, alguma coisa assim, que eles falaram. Dessa maneira eles conseguem detectar a gente também, porque é uma tecnologia existente e eles usam da mesma forma que nós. E também tem uma parte interessante ali que é da bomba atômica, né? Fala da pesquisa deles, dados científicos mesmo, reais. Seria interessante a galera aí que não tem muita noção pausar lá, né? E dar uma olhada. Eu vou ler depois pra mim ver. Então, fica a dica também, porque é bem interessante. Vou salvar, né? E vou encerrar a live aí, galera. Espero que vocês tenham gostado, hein?
What's up, Jack?
Vamos salvar, galera. Continuar aqui amanhã.
Jack, do you remember what day tomorrow is?
That again. I'm sorry, but I still don't have a clue.
That's okay.
What is it, Rose? Talk to me.
I'd rather you figure it out. It's important.
How important?
Important enough, and we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Why not now?
Tomorrow seems more appropriate. I need all the help I can get so that I won't chicken out anyway.
Is that the reason you decided to be part of this mission? Okay, I'm gonna finish this thing by tomorrow no matter what.
You know I'll do everything I can to help you.
Rose, there's something I need you to do as an analyst.
What is it?
It has to do with Solid Snake. The leader of this takeover incident is claiming that he's Snake himself.
The legendary mercenary?
I need as much data on him as possible. Everything they have on him after the Shadow Moses incident.
He's dead now, isn't he?
Yes. Should be a burial record somewhere, too. You should be able to request top-level security clearance from the Colonel. That should get us into the most classified material.
I'm on it. I'll contact you as soon as I find out something.
Pois então, galera, daqui vou continuar no próximo vídeo. Espero que tenham gostado. Se puder deixar um gostei no vídeo, porque esse jogo aí é muito massa, interessante pra caramba. Os extremos aí, né, do game. O Snake aí, pra vocês terem uma ideia, é um dos personagens que mais sofreu aí no mundo dos games. Então, né, vamos ver muita coisa ainda. E também tem o 3 lá, ele sofre pra caramba. Eu quero trazer também pro canal ainda, que é muito show, muito show. Já conhecemos o Shalashaska aí, né, que é o revólver. Deu pra entender por que, né, o nome, o revólver. O cara manja pra caramba ali com aquele revólver dele. E não tem pra ninguém, né. É isso aí, galera. Aqui a gente continua no próximo vídeo. E até a próxima. Valeu, um forte abraço.